Hey, traders. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good one. Starting the stream out like we always do. Bitcoin that is down about 3% today. Okay, whatever, man. Yeah, that happens sometimes. I think it happened right after Lindsay Lohan tweeted this morning, Bitcoin to the moon. So we could all thank her for that. I don't know, man. I don't even know if we'll coming back test 42K, right? The previous all-time high. You'd think that would make sense, but maybe there's just too much demand. Not much of an edge right now. It's kind of funny, though. It is kind of funny. Imagine pivoting right here. The argument could be made that hidden bullish divergence would be in development if you start pivoting here. So I think that's going to happen anyway. Like, you're going to have 4-hour hidden bullish divergence no matter what on the MACD histogram, as long as you get a higher low than $38,000. So, I mean, there's probably, what, a demand line here now? Or there's probably been one, right? But, yeah, look at that. You know, it could always come down to test this demand line and the previous high. I mean, not really worried about Bitcoin too much, since we're looking for perfect entries on trades, right? So is this a perfect entry on a trade? No, you missed that. I mean, that actually happened. That there was actually a trade set up perfectly, hand delivered to you, right? You know that at 33.6, and now it hit 3 targets, and we joked about the 4th target being the 100% measure move of the falling wedge pattern that it broke out of February 2nd. What's up, Dogecoin? What'd you say? Crypto AI, hello? Fantastic, dude. Yeah, and so you get it, right? I mean, like, if we're looking at... Everyone cares about Bitcoin, but what if there's not, like, a perfect entry right now that's low risk and easily able to be strategized, right, on how to manage risk, right? That's very important. You just don't really have that. You just hit all-time highs. You just made a higher high in your previous high. So, but believe me, dude, there have been assets that have been showing great entries, back tests of springs, of old ranges. There are also other ones that had respected TA and they're just going parabolic, man. All right. Something special happened last night on Ethereum, officially before the sell-off happened. Thank you, Lindsay Lohan. Officially, 100% measured move of the ascending triangle was hit. Finally, you did it, man. 1837. Jesus chimes for Ethereum. At the same time, it hit all-time highs. And so you're below that, and no edge right now. You're just probably going with Bitcoin, whatever Bitcoin does. So that's great, man. That's like a target, like trade setup stuff. So a couple more targets to go, much higher prices, you know, where they could go. So very good. I'm sure there's probably a huge upsloping channel or something going on too, but this is like, you know, we identify these patterns, and it's not always about the pattern itself. It's about the psychology of those potential patterns, right? Where it's like clearly sell wall, right, at like 1420. Clearly accumulation. That is an ascending triangle, whether it's perfect or not, right? On Link. Link's almost identical in many ways locally on the 4-hour. Yeah, not visible on the daily. Could be another pattern, could be a wedge, could be just an upsloping channel. Sure, but like if you zoom in, you can clearly see psychologically there was and has been a sell wall at 2550. 2550. 2550. It's now being regarded as support for the first time ever, and use these patterns not just to identify the psychology of what the buyers and sellers are doing, but also to target. Look, this is a great way to target for where it could be headed as a trader. So it's now back testing that old sell wall as there's now a buy wall there, right? Was once resistance becomes support. So that's very good. Let's see if that can hold. If Bitcoin holds up and doesn't crash, you really think the Link could see $30 and higher. So again, just because something, you know, doesn't show up on the daily doesn't mean locally there's not that psychological aspect of what these patterns really are. You don't have to call it ascending triangle behavior, which we know is bullish. Good to see y'all, everyone. So yeah, you zoom out on the daily, it's probably, yeah, you got upsloping resistance, right? A supply line and a demand line. Can't argue with that for sure. But I mean, what? You can ignore the demand line right here, the local demand line that was showing hidden bullish divergence, testing it as support. That's a great combo. Really good combo for higher prices.
You look beautiful today, less than 3.
Hey, Anook, thanks for the 690. Wow. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, I got a haircut. Got a haircut, so, I don't know. I'm not here for my looks. I have a radio face, right? Is that what they're called? So, I mean, you could just as easily just turn the webcam off and you'll get the exact same value as it with it on, okay? So, again, yeah. It was never about that. It was never about looking good, because I don't really know if that's real. That could just be a troll. Thank you. Okay. Anyway, kind of throwing me off there a little bit. So, like, again, see that combination, right? Burn this in your mind, right? I mean, we're here, education. Hey, look at this one. Identical variable combination. KSM. Like hidden bullish divergence testing a demand line when there was clearly a sell wall between 116 and 121. Clearly. All right, it's kind of iffy. I mean, if you don't plot the two lines, then you would say that's not an ascending triangle or something, but it really was, man. It's like the psychology of buyers and sellers. There was someone suppressing the price on KSM in that zone. And so what happened? The buyers would relent on the order book. Whoa, way too many sell orders. And so then the sell-off occurs. And what happens? Every time, more and more owners of this asset than before, which is really bullish. Eventually, you test this sell wall long enough, the supply is absorbed by this demand, this accelerating demand. So you go up, and what do? You hit the 14145 fib extension, which was a target of the trade setup, the first target, and you double topped up there, you know, on probably a 60-minute.
From a double bottom out a nice line after a huge retrace from head and shoulders. Cheers.
What's up, Miss SoCal? Thank you for the 10. Thank you, Gansh Far, for the 815. The chicks want me. I'm handsome. Okay. Fake news. Dude, it's not even about that. This is not about anything but charts, right? The charts. You know what's real sexy and beautiful and handsome? Many different assets today. And some of them in price discovery. And some in pseudo price discovery. Dude, PNT, man. Kicking myself for seeing it and not speaking up about it. You see something, say something, right? On a chart. Anyway, it's like all over the place. Look, sell, right? Just free balling here. We're just going. It was the same behavior, like a sell wall with accumulation. After a really nice markup, you consolidated, you corrected, and then instead of lows, lower lows, lowest low, you then all of a sudden make higher lows. It started almost like an inverse head and shoulders, but then like you could clearly tell the demand line was being respected, and now you've broken out. And I mean, yeah, you're still pretty far off that first target. I mean, you really think 693 eventually, but it's that 100% measured move with 726, and then you got the fib extensions up there for your second, third target on sell. Not many people can get it. I don't think it's available in America. Same with like theta, unless I'm crazy here. What? Oh yeah. A little freaked out. So gotta give you a warning here. Remember, the patrons, you know about it, but like I'm telling you.
Gains from the Yogi setup you talked about on stream. Can we look at it again? Thanks for all you do, Mitch. Nice haircut.
Fantastic,
what do
Lizzie.
you think about the F2 pool? 0.00300000 ETH.
They own a lot of Bitcoin, and they dumped 10% of their holdings, and it manifested into a 30K base of buying by other market participants, and there was overwhelming demand, too much demand for the price to drop lower. So, and now we have News-driven catalyst, Elon, a couple times, protecting. I mean, it was probably Tesla and Elon buying at 30K that brought that price up that third time off that shark pattern. And then, you know, the Doge tweet, I don't know. And then it dumps and it rallies. The inverse head and shoulders developed. And then all the targets hit. It sells off one more time. Back test the Janet Yellen support resistance as support. And then blast off with the announcement 2 days ago in the morning. So it's real. I mean, they have a lot of Bitcoin. Doesn't seem like they're selling much of it now. And if they are, clearly there's too much demand, where we're hitting multi-year lows on Bitcoin on exchanges. Multi-year lows. And it just keeps dropping over and over and over. Very tough to... It's starting to get really tough to acquire Bitcoin, according to Glassnode. So YFI, I mean, you just look like you're in the final stages of Wyckoff accumulation. And once 2570 breaks, just don't be surprised if, like, in, you know, a few days 3800 gets hit. I mean, I you know, there's the valleys down here at 2832 that you'll run up. You'll probably test that, but I'm really thinking that eventually breaking 2570, this thing's gonna
Can you elaborate your CRC
pump up. I mean, it could go 60% in gains from its current levels. So just keep your eye on it, man. It's got obviously a demand line that it can always come back down to test, but you just recently had some hidden bullish divergence that manifested into a continuation, but you just have yet to break that resistance. Maybe, you know, it had to pull back because Bitcoin, all the alts, most of the alts had some sort of pullback on that Bitcoin pullback this morning. So they're all starting to recover a lot better than Bitcoin, you know, right now. I'm just talking about locally. So again, have your alert set up for 2570 or above, because crazy things, fireworks could start.
Bitcoin is a must-have. Playful face.
What's up, Benji? Thank you for the threes. All right, Vaughn, thank you for the 5.
RKDA had a monster day. Thanks for the trade setup a week ago. Appreciate all
Dude,
you do.
right?
Brother.
RKDA. Unreal. To Jesus, man. Wow. I mean, those are the ones, man. Those are like the holy grails. What we look for, RKDA, right? It doesn't get better than that. Not really.
Sunday would be the perfect time to start Gamora. Sopranos on steroids.
Already started it, friend. Already started Gamora, friend. And you're right. I mean, it's like, you know, in season 2 when they go over to Italy, to the other side, Tony and them, and that's like the cameramen stayed there while Tony and the crew went back to New Jersey, right? So it's good. It's really good. Done Pierto.
Greater than O underscore greater than less than O underscore less than O underscore greater than. Greater than O underscore greater than breakdance. Spin on yo head Johnny Rock. Keep it up, Mitch, looking good, bro.
Thank you, Submore, for the 4. Yeah, that's definitely a 420 contribution.
Is that a join?
Right, like if I had my eyes closed and that went off, I'd be like, oh, that was definitely a 420, right? I would have assumed. So, okay. So let's go to Litecoin real quick, right? Let's finish up with these other ones. I was just trying to do a little education, like, you know, add a little value to the stream. Some people think I don't do that, but that's cool, dude. People got their opinions. Litecoin. Hit targets. Oh, hit a target of the trade setup, right? I mean, there's a beep. I'm sorry. Yeah, you hit one target, and hey, look what you're doing. You're back testing 173 as support. Very good. You hold that, man. You hold above 179. Look out. We're talking huge markups could be coming for Litecoin. It's not the best area to enter, but it is kind of, so it's like you can manage risk well here, but there's nothing implying that there'd be a continuation of the upside quite yet. So it's like, sure, one could set up a stop below 172.84 to see if like this back test holds and runs, but you know, you don't really have that edge like you did have the edge just days ago, like 6 days ago. I mean, technically on this chart, it's like 3 days ago. If it's the 10th now and this is the 7th, technically 3 days ago you had an edge, and that was that continued hidden bullish divergence. The entry was on the first valley because you were showing hidden divergence already, but then you got that confirmation And you got that confirmation with the RSI ending up showing it, and then again, extended divergence. And that was it, man. June 22nd, 2019, just like BNB, it was perfect, man. You tested it, you held it, seller's exhausted, boom, and now you're breaking the next level. And the next run is pretty much 228, 218 area. It's just kind of...
in every single way. Hear you, bro.
Oh, thank you. Hold on a sec. So this was it, man. Like, that was the thought process. You saw the the initial hidden divergence. So the edge, the back test of the spring, a major freaking spring, dude. It's like a, the spring from Tuck Everlasting. You drink out of it, you become, immortal or something. That BNB, same thing, right? So one target hit, people take profit, Bitcoin sells off, and now you're just holding that support, that resistance as support for the first time. And if you can hold that long enough, eventually it's going to make its way to 218, 253, and then eventually probably 400 to 420 after that. All right, these market conditions stay the way they are, which are insane. It's the best way to describe them. Hey, idiot. I mean, that's your name. Or ID10T. Error. Thank you, dude. Words can't bring me down. Thank you. Is that Christina Aguilera Connect? Thank you, dude. So, yeah, dude, we gotta look at ICX. I'm sorry. I mean, like, yeah, ADA is crazy, but ICX was like, we talked about it just yesterday. What was gonna happen if it broke the resistance? Like, this is the stuff you get when you break these types of resistance, man. Hold on. On the daily. Yeah, like, duh. Composite operator made his signature very clear on this one. It was just butting up against that $1. That was it. Remember, it was like, if you ever broke this, man, insane things could happen, and they've happened. Now you haven't got to 185, 192 yet, as we discussed. You could double up, but I mean, you're well on your way. You're up 37% on the day. You're overbought, so I mean, it may take a few days to get there if it's gonna do it. But man, I mean, you can't say this wasn't like butting up against the resistance, ready to rock. If it broke, just the remaining supply was being absorbed, and then boom, there we are. Yeah, MasterCard news is pretty crazy, right? They'll be accepting cryptocurrency transactions or something. It's really good for crypto. Really, really good. So that's your ICX. Nothing really for real until like 185, 192. I mean, that's straight line up, straight down, whatever. Cardano, oh dude, forget about it. It's about to hit the 2618 fib extension at 97 cents. So I just don't know why you wouldn't do that now. Like, this thing is killing it, 31% up.
Hey Mitch, big fan. Thanks for all the profits you've made me. Could you look at CHR/USDT for me, please? Think it's still got legs with such a low MC.
Sure. Thank you, Bruce. I appreciate it, man. That's it, dude. Cardano, 97.6 cents, $1. Isn't that like 120 is like all-time highs or something like that on other charts? Just using the high to low on this one, I think that's adequate. All right, you break the 1618, the 2618s after that. All right. This won't end well. You will have probably, like, we have to refer back to 2017, which these alts, some of these alts are starting to do that, BNB and ADA and a few others. They all, like almost all of them, on their first pump, they would always sell off and lose 78, 88% of their value before they went to even higher levels, stupider levels. So you just got to be aware and understand, like, these normally go straight up, and eventually people that are pushing these, they take profit, and this has a very bad ending for a while, and then it corrects. Value areas come in, the bull trend's still there, and then it runs again on another spectacular journey. So great, man. IOTA, yeah, this is what I mean, come on, man.
See what happens, Larry?
Do you see what happens, Larry, when you break a critical ice line resistance at 45 cents? You run straight, there's like just very, very little there. I mean, there was that high at 80 cents, and what's next, really? I mean, You just got a couple peaks, like one at 113, 121. Man, we're like going back in time on these. It's crazy. But again, it's the composite operator, right? The lows, the lowest lows, the higher lows. Then you're back at that major resistance, and then you break it, then you're gone. There are assets that haven't done that yet. They haven't broken out. They're on their way though. Like look at like Neo just broke a pretty critical resistance point. I mean, it's headed to $42 soon if this holds up like the rest. And then above that, it's like $47 a Valley. But man, I'm talking like $90 eventually if this gets going. I mean, I mean, alt season? Yeah, this is like crazy, dude. Really crazy. Look at KNC up 20% today. Look, I mean, remember the double bottom? It hit the measured move and sold off there and then rallied, and now it's in price discovery. There's no resistance here. This was, remember the harmonic we had? How amazing it was. We were so happy in the summer. Okay, so your first target, you were at it. The 1272 fib extension being tested right now. 260 is the 1414, and the golden mean ratio is 288. Up here. You're overbought. Crazy. It's beautiful, right? Double bottom, targets it, and it's just doing what crypto does, right? You get your traditional targets, and then crypto happens. The untraditional aspects come out in this market, which is like crazy prices. Who knows where this is gonna go? There's nothing here but fib extensions. All right, let's do some of these requests, okay? Let's go, Daniel, man.
Daniel Integrity Painting Super Chat at $50. I wait all day for these videos. All my friends and family are making bank from your technical analysis.
Wow. Well, tell your friends and family that I appreciate them watching, and that they've got my word that I'm only here to just try to show what I've been taught, what I've learned the past like 11 years doing this. And that's all it was. I started this just to hang out with people that loved the same thing I did, because I couldn't get that from people IRL in real life. Like, there's just not, people just don't care about it here. They can't even believe it, man. People, and now they come out of the woodworks when Bitcoin's at 45K. That Bitcoin demands that everyone's attention now. And now everyone wants a piece. But they could have had a piece 2 years ago, 3 years ago. For 2.5 years of consolidation, man. Come on. Could have just DCA'd for 2.5 years, and then you'd be rich. You'd literally be rich if you did that.
How do you feel about Trit?
Jameson Alexander, not Jason Alexander. Thanks for the 10 super chat. We can look at Trit, Travis Tritt, good country musician, I believe, or he used to be. I don't know if he even does it anymore. Yeah. Anyway. And it's like another part, it's like maybe people don't even know it's so cool, right? And hopefully there are people that started watching the stream, had no idea about technical analysis, had no idea like what it was, you know, psychology of buyers and sellers. And it's all on a chart, and then like you can talk about the actual psychology of what's happening on that chart. And there are signatures from the smart money that tell you what's happening. And you get in long before these huge moves up, right? I mean, that confirmation low at a critical low from April 2020, one time, two times, and there was bullish divergence there to boot on the RSI on the daily. No, I don't think we have, Benji, man. I don't think so. I think you did. We could pull it up. Let me try to get to at least a few of these requests. Bitcoin trying to go green again. 28 minutes till your daily candle close. Let's see. Sorry, sometimes I just had to scroll back up here. Okay, Snow was the first one that, you know, was kind of like RKDA or whatever. But yeah, you didn't have a good day. You gapped up at 324. It started out as a great day, and then you know what happens? Gaps have to fill, and then it closed at 305.91. It closed still above the very critical support resistance of 297. I think you're really good shape. The longer you stay above that, you're fine. You know, I mean, you could try to say it was a dark cloud cover, sure, but all you have to do is just make a higher low eventually than 266 and everything will be well. All right, higher low, you rally, eventual targets 362, 429. You just can't. Look, man, these assets can have up days, down days, right? What happened to Nvda 2 days ago? It was up like 6%. And then yesterday, it was down like 1.5%. It was like, no. And then today, what happens? All-time high. So you're going to have up days, down days. This is swing trading. This isn't day trading. So, yeah, good days, bad days. But eventually, you get there, all right? So nothing's changed, really, at all. You're above the resistance. The entry's in at much lower prices, right? And we must be patient. Orangutan Holdings, just kidding. It's Oranogram Holdings. Yeah. I mean, there was.
People thought I was crazy, but I took out a loan in November for 150k, put it all in crypto. Best thing I ever did.
I would never recommend doing that. Congrats on winning your insane gamble, but don't do that. That's probably a really bad idea. Everyone else, you can put yourself in a really bad spot if it goes the other way. You never want that. You want to be risk averse as a trader, not a gambler. That's gambling. What he said is straight up gambling. Thank you. So we're just on OGI. That yes, you double bottom down here. Right, if you ever broke above 208, it could go nuts. It went to 334 and then beyond. So I mean, why did I like this so much? The low to high, 88% retrace. So immediately, value area, certain value, and at the same time, you had bullish divergence on the daily, and you had it on the weekly. And what'd you have? You had a volume signature at the PCZ. So, I mean, this is it, dude. Like, I didn't even check. It was so strong on the weekly, I didn't even check the daily. I should have. Because the daily was also showing a signature, too. That was the same. The sellers were exhausted on the daily, just like the weekly. And this is it, man. This is what can happen. And guess what? Both targets that we plotted, this was done live on stream. This was not done in the shadows. This was free. This was education that I provide all the time. Like, if you think that I don't provide education and I'm just hiding it away for patrons only, you're just delusional and you're wrong and you're lying. You're just slandering, okay? I provide free trade setups like every day, just about, on stream. So here it goes. It played out. It's up 37%. After hours, it's up 16%. The 786 retrace, which is that was a Casey Stubbs target. The next Casey Stubbs target would be 842, the all-time high at C. So there you go. Perfect. Let's look at futures real quick. Whew. You got that dump. I think Jerome Powell spoke. I know he spoke today and talked about inflation becoming more of a real thing. No big deal, man. Like, just nonchalantly. I don't think I've ever heard the Fed talk about, oh, it's concerning. The inflation's going to be concerning, dude. Never. It's just, oh, it's no big deal, dude. Sure it is. That's why Bitcoin's where it is right now, right?
No request. But how do you feel about these pump groups ruining trades? How can anyone stop them from doing this to every asset? Also, you holding through net earnings? You're not worried?
Excuse me? Sorry, dude. I'm trying to get this going. Someone requested something I posted. Well, I'm not even supposed to look at it. Vaughn, if you're new, check the description below for requests. Thanks so much. RKDA. Oh, another one that was just literally identified on stream. Someone requested it. And then I'm like, okay, here we are in front of 2,000 people. Let's size up this asset where it is right now. Okay? It was a nasty drawdown. The harmonic developed at a critical ice line. You were confirming the bottom. You had a second bottom, confirmation low, at that very critical support. I think it goes back even further. Does it? Or is that the one that... no, not on this one. So you got above it, and then you sold off a little bit. It was just like entry was now on stream. Like, we just talked about it. This is it, dude. This is exactly what you're looking for over and over and over again. And what'd you do? You hit 2 of the 3 targets today. Third target, 635, 640. Why? Because look, that's a major potential reversal area that every time, historically, you either blast through it or you reverse violently to the downside. So that's why I picked this third target. But this was done on stream in front of everyone. Of 50% today. Down 12.65% after hours. Okay, understandable. Imagine thinking I don't educate people on stream every single day. Okay, right? I mean, harmonic. We love harmonics when they hit their PCZ, especially when they're at critical ice lines. But we almost demand confirmation.
Would love your insight. Thanks, man.
What's up, Suez? Thanks, 25, dude. We almost...
Excellent chart plaza. We are almost there. Smiley face. Add to the never-ending list.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But we always demand. We almost demand. I mean, because, dude, there's just some times, like, I just think about it in my mind, YFI, where the harmonic presented itself, and we never got confirmation, and we still don't have confirmation that that was the low, like, for real. So, but most of the time, in most situations, you want to get confirmation with at the PCZ, the harmonic. You want a double bottom. You want an inverse head and shoulders. You want something, dude. You want divergence at the PCZ.
Teach properly at schools. Can't wrap my head around it.
Oh, Benji, I mean, like, yeah, well, they don't want you to be an entrepreneur. They want you to be part of the system, right? So they can control you, man. I don't know, dude. It's weird. Yeah, they don't teach you a lot of things you need to be successful in life. In schools. No, they don't. So, yeah, it sucks. But hey, the great news is we got the internet. We got something called e-learning, which is, if you haven't noticed, you should, because you're a part of it. It's a revolution in education, e-learning. What we're doing right now didn't exist, couldn't exist in times in the past. Now, look at us, man. And we're going to keep growing because we keep providing value that these schools, these universities even, do not supply you with. Okay? They'll teach you how you're oppressed, but they won't teach you how to make money. Okay?
Noise! Just a shout out for the TA you teach and the knowledge you preach.
So Pierre.
My stock portfolio is up 27% this year. I'm not a rich guy, so still building up that capital. With the annual Patreon in sight. Bless.
Bruh.
Wow, PK. Thanks for 2872 Super Chat, and congrats on your gains. And I'm just proud to be a positive influence in your life. That's what it's about, man. So, thank you, dude. And just keep grinding. That's all I can say. Just keep on. Keep your eyes on the prize. Right? And you got to have the prize, man. You have to have a short-term goal. Well, you first off need a long-term goal. I mean, I'm talking, oh, yeah, dude, I got a goal, man, like some people in the chat will be saying. But no, you actually need to write down a long-term goal of yours. And then you must come up with the short-term goals that will get you there eventually, right? Your day-to-day that will get you eventually to that long-term goal. That's what those short-term goals are for. So, okay, you'll never get to the top of the mountain if you're not looking in front of you where you're stepping, and that's what the short-term goals are, all right? So go write it down. Like, I mean, you know, some people don't know this. Some people are aimless and do need a little push and stuff. So, whatever, man. Anyway. Next chart, congrats, RDKA, or RKDA, perfect, man. This is what we look for all the time, over and over and over again. We don't have it, screw it, we can move on. Yeah, Chris Adkins, yeah, dude. Gamora, good show. Don Pietro. I don't know, man. He's kind of scary. Who's scarier, Don Pietro or Tony Soprano, man? Okay, that's the next one. Futures really wacky after Jerome Powell, and then Bitcoin futures sitting at 45,700 right now. Oh yeah. Well. So I mean, when you ask for this asset, it's over. It's literally over. There's nothing that can be done now. I mean, besides we just look at it, and then we look back before the markup, and we say, was there an edge on CHR down here? Well, I mean, the thing about it is you never really, you got to like a 95% retrace, which is a deep value area, but you didn't really have a strategic, spring or back test of a spring like many others you got, excuse me. But I guess you could have, once this hit the bottom and rallied, you could have plotted the trend line there, and then look how the correlation to price action, right? It was one bottom and then a second bottom. And you certainly, I mean, without a doubt on the daily, you had classic bullish divergence, class B bullish divergence on that RSI. So again, we can only look in hindsight. I mean, what do you want from me? If you ask me about an asset, it was up like 50 to 60% earlier, hit where traders set it up at their highest point ever back in August of last year, 8.1 cents. Well off that now, 6.5 cents. So I guess you could have somehow found a way. Look, and I mean, even got another test right here on January 10th. So that's what you look for, though, right? 95.8, look, 78%, 88%, 95% retraces, seller exhaustion, one bottom, second bottom, right? Confirmation that the low is in. And then you got three times, kind of, in the end. And then boom. This is what we always look for. That's why, I want you to become learned, be able to do this stuff. So when you do request assets, you can find things that are at these levels before they do this, right? That's all I want to happen, man. And then we can all benefit as traders together. And that's the beauty of it, man, right? Yeah, it's gorgeous.
How you were able to set up black BTC price above your head. You are using OBS 26.1.1 or Streamlabs. Your streams are a masterpiece.
Magic, dude. Literal magic. All right. Thank you, dude. What's up, Tom Lou? Thanks for the 10. Just saying, hey, dude. Didn't even say anything. Just said, here's 10. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. If you're out there, you're enjoying this live stream, this altcoin insanity, hit that like button, that bell, that sub. I know some of y'all own some Cardano, man. How's it feel? Dude, crude doing things, man.
Oil.
Yeah, today, like Chevron and ExxonMobil, they were some of the top gainers in the S&P. Now, one of them, I think they both probably look really good. They're similar in price, but like, I think it's Chevron looks so ready for higher prices. You're talking daily hidden bullish divergence, double bottoming.
YouTube is like, no, he is not. We don't want you to make some tendies. I guess that's why Sunny Decree keeps getting recommended.
What's up, I don't know, dude.
What do you do if you're in a trade that isn't playing out but didn't trigger SL either while other assets are moving? Do you ride it out or let it go?
Depends. Like, most of the time I'll let them ride out. Yeah. But you gotta, that the thing is, no one, as a trader, no one's ever in one trade, like, one should have the capital and means to be able to take a trade whenever they want, whenever something looks good, right? 7 to 10 is kind of like the sweet spot of where you're able to manage your positions, right? You have those trades, you have your watch list, current trade setups, and you just monitor them daily. You space bar through them, see, make sure lipids test, we good, we showing any kind of bearish divergence now, right? So yeah, like Dash is a perfect example of one I've been in for too long, right? And I know other.
Pro has high fees, but Kraken doesn't allow ACH transfers, so you get wire transfer fees on top of trade fees.
Thank you. Oh, there's Tom Lou again. What's up, dude?
Whoops. Hey Mitch, please take a look at that stock again. We went over it last week. I went with it, and it's finally starting to correct.
Yeah, I think it's some good fundamental news. Something about record numbers of like what exports or imports coming in, which is great because they're like a logistics, right, transportation company. So yeah, we'll look at NAT added to the list. One second and make sure of next one.
What about the GTM?
Sam will add to the list, right? Dang, man. Keep scrolling and keep finding new ones. Alright, next one is TRIT. Travis Tritt. Just kidding. Oh, man. Oh, man. We've been here before. I have memory of this place, evidently. I don't know where all the... This is whack, man. Oh yeah, okay. This is the one that didn't show any data on the daily, but it'll show all the data on the 4 hour. It's so weird. You were just at a critical area, man. Yeah, it's an ice line. Well, I mean it was, right? Yeah, this is like you gotta get. I'll feel more comfortable on TRIT when it gets above 827 and holds there for a little while, right? You've just merely recently fallen below it, and now you're back testing 827 as resistance, and you close today below it. But so you just keep your eye on it, because it's not always about the breakout itself, it's about the price action correlation after the breakout, which hasn't been too bad yet. So there's still maybe a chance that TRIT could find its way in the coming days or weeks back above 827. I think if you get above 827, you got a real good shot of seeing 1416 again. That is the look, straight up, straight down, straight up. You know, there was one time where you didn't go straight down, but almost, and you went straight up and then straight down. So you just think, look, and then history recently. All right, you hit that top, you gapped straight down, you went straight up, sold off, rallied, and then almost at the top and then dumped. So you just think, critical thing, 1416 could be in the cards if you ever got back above 827. There's a little bit of divergence on the 4 hour, a little bit. And yeah, I mean, like right here, it's kind of crazy, isn't it? It's kind of really crazy that there is somewhat classic bullish divergence on the daily on TRIT as well. So kind of tough to be bearish on an asset that's showing seller exhaustion, you know. So you just keep waiting, put it on the watch list, and keep monitoring it. And 827 is your ticket, right? You get above that and hold above it, you could be in real good shape for higher prices. That's it. TRIT. Hold on. Sam and Jason, thank y'all. Only gotta. Alright, so Bitcoin's selling off a little bit more going into close. We have less than 10 minutes. The daily close. ANPAC. A and PC. Not A and CP. Steve. Kind of interesting. I hate the volume. The volume makes it untradeable pretty much. I mean, the volume makes it to where it doesn't meet your criteria. But I do love the fact that it has sprung and back tested a spring, and is now, after back testing the spring, showing a form of accumulation, and it's actually technically showing hidden bullish divergence on the daily. Wow. Again, if this had a million volume, it would be incredible. It would be really, really good. Primed for higher prices, IMO, right? Just the way it looks. Okay, momentum has shifted clearly. What was once resistance is now support again. You tested it, you held it, awesome, and now you're getting that kind of a confirmation low that is higher than previous low, and this is impending price action, continuation of the upside being implied. So despite its $69,000 volume, terrible, you need a million volume for liquidity purposes. So you get your orders filled. Good luck getting a bid where you want it here. Good luck getting a stop loss where you want it. It may not even trigger if it happened, right? So, and let's just say, for the sake of education, it's just technical analysis. We don't talk about volume criteria and stuff like that. This is looking really good, actually. I mean, look, you got a little bit of class C hidden bullish divergence on the MACD to help the argument, the bullish argument. Stagnation in negative momentum. So all this being implied on this chart is this. That's being implied next, all right? Too low volume for my liking, but the target would probably be 850. Okay, 850 to 950. That will be the target on ANPC. Good luck though. Just not even close to the volume you need, but beautiful chart. Nonetheless, nevertheless, whatever. Okay. I'm not worried about Nat. Yeah, no, Nat earnings coming up. Yeah, it's like, what, next week or something? A couple weeks. Yeah, I mean, it's not good really, right? I mean, it could just gap down, kill you, you know. So some people could wait. I'm in a position where it's not leveraged or anything, to where I think the way it's set up on the chart, I'm just going to stick it out at this point on NA2. Probably against my best judgment. And a lot of people can wait till earnings, and that's it. So, good that we caught some bids today. So it's like the further it gets away from the entry, the more comfortable you feel for earnings, because hey, if it gaps down bad, then at least would maybe get closer to your entry and survives earnings and then just continues on up. So you want coffee futures or you want KT Corporation? Probably not coffee futures. Wow, I could see why you maybe want me to look at this. Yeah, KT Corporation. You got a low point right there. Is that it? Yeah, that's all the data. This is the weekly chart we're starting out, all right? So. Hey, Davey Pie, Davey P, PY says, thanks Mitch, thanks Brad, thanks mods, thank you patrons and everyone else. You all make this an amazing community that I am proud to be a part of. Thank you, Davey, man, for supporting the stream with the merchandise purchase, the canvas print. Tomorrow, we will be unveiling the third art piece, the chart patterns. Looks incredible. Shout out to Wayne Batson. Thank you so much, dude, if you're watching. But tomorrow will be the official unveiling of the new merchandise to complete the set. Right? You have the harmonics, you have the Japanese candlesticks, and now you'll have the chart patterns. All right. All right. I can't even access. Wait, yeah, I kind of can, but not the way I want to. There's the Discord. Look at. Wow, dude. Let me see if it's broken or if it's fixed yet. Yeah, I don't know why it'd be fixed. Every time I try to pop out my chat, this happens. It's like there's something went wrong. So I know it didn't. Let me pin that. Hope everyone's having a great day. Okay, so anyway, KT. I mean, there's just stuff it has to conquer first, right? You got to conquer 11 bucks, 1181. I mean, there's just ice lines here. Now, if you can ever break above 1181, that's when things start getting really awesome, right? I mean, once you get above 1181, where do you straight up, straight down, straight up? You know, eventually straight down. That's the area. Like, that's the area where if you get above that, look what price action can occur historically. Every single time you get above 1181, what happens? 3 different times there. So that's the big one. That's like, hey, do I see something literally right now? Hidden bullish divergence on the weekly, kind of developing. Wow. Okay, that's good. But you have to break the resistance points, okay? So I think it's working on. Do we have anything on the daily? Daily's kind of diverging. You kind of, yeah, bullish divergence on the daily on KT. Oh, the 200-day moving average. Okay.
Hey brother, what do you think about rig on the 4 hour? Thanks.
I want to take a look at it. Thank you, Elliot. So I think, look though, I mean, it does seem like you, at least locally, you broke at least from this peak from 2017, you broke a supply line. That's good. Very good sign there. You broke that supply line, which is the first step. Now you got to start breaking again, like your previous local high, which is 1181. That just happens to be a critical ice line. So that's it. You start becoming really bullish on KT once it gets above 1181 and 1095. All right. You kind of got to be like, I don't know until then, but at least the daily is implying that the trend's reversing a little bit. The sellers are exhausted, making a higher low than the previous low. I mean, this could be in golden cross territory, right? You had your golden cross in like September, but anything above the 200-day moving average in the situation looks pretty good. Yeah, man, it's not bad. So just keep monitoring it. It's not at the exact entry. It's not like what do we look at today? That was amazing. TK. It's not pulling a TK quite yet, but it's getting there. So yeah, signs are saying upside next on KT. Some signs. All right. And you broke the supply line, which is always good too. Making the higher lows. All right, good stuff. XLM. Up 3.48% today. Oh boy, right? I mean, you started breaking. What a fake out last night. Thank you, Bitcoin, for the fake out. But look at the recovery. It's recovering better than Bitcoin is. All right, we have a new day upon us. I'll come right back to XLM. Oh, we got to do the local on the 8th though, right? Technically bearish and golden candle, whatever. I mean, yeah, you could sell off more. Like, what if consolidation happens for a while? You could always back test 42K. I mean, it really wouldn't be that weird.
GTE fuck, I typed it wrong. I'm new lol.
Shame, that's all good, dude. Thank you for the 10. We'll be alright. We'll look at it. So just look on the 8s to go to the top of the hour. Look at the Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin. You know, maybe others too. But so what do you do when you hit the 100% measured move of the structure, which is a profit taking level? It seems like some people, not all of them, most of them didn't. Some people took some profit on that. So now again, like once, hey, if there was an edge on the asset, you know that if you watch the stream, there was an edge. The edge played out. And now we have to wait for more data for, you know, the granddaddy of them all, which is Bitcoin. You gotta wait. There's just not enough data yet to be like, oh, it's time. The chart's implying upside next. It soon could. You just don't know how much deeper the sell-off or the retrace is gonna be because we don't really have any waning negative momentum yet. But dude, I'm telling you, anytime we start pivoting on prices and we start losing negative momentum, you just extend this and say, hey, it's a hidden bullish divergence again. Impending price action continuation on the bar. You just don't know yet because again, more data, more candles are needed. That's it. Sometimes you're gonna have an edge, and sometimes you're not. Look, I mean, what if it came down to the demand line again? You know, it seems really bullish. I mean, this MasterCard stuff, like this is huge news. But no price action really off of it. So you're gonna go up and you're gonna go down, man. Asia's awake. No edge at this current time, and that's okay, right? We think 50K in time. Psychological resistance. You break 50K, you're probably going to 60K. Why? Monthly. The monthly, dude. Log scale. You're well above the 1414 fib extension, which is gorgeous. That's 42,143. The next target is 61,000, the gold mean ratio, but just right above that is 66,000. So it's just like that little zone up there. If you're going to make a 100% measured move of the triangle, okay, that's it. Patience. Huh, Ethereum and log scale. Don't really ever look at it, but how gorgeous was that? It was amazing, dude. Right, it was like the negative momentum was almost gone. You're about to go positive, and it was just like clockwork, right? The momentum played out like the Jesus did. Well, tell me, man. I mean, there's nothing here. I mean, besides food extensions. I don't know why this isn't showing. Let me make sure it's visible on the weekly. Oops. Yeah. Yeah, you're just butting up against the 1272 right now. Look at that. I mean, you tested it for the first time this week, and you've just tested it and pulled back some. Yes, you're overbought as heck. Positive momentum's building. Look at the volume on the breakout. Incredible. So, the next target, if you could ever get back above the 1272s, $2K, $2,000, and then your golden mean ratio is 2251. That's it. This is linear scale, Fibonacci. All right. Litecoin on the weekly, dude. Well, this is it, man. If you ever break 181, which you are breaking right now, but if you get, you need Bitcoin to not crash. But what's happening now? Litecoin's beginning to outperform Bitcoin a little bit here and there. If you can, I'm telling you, if you're stable this long enough, dude, it's gonna be a real quick run, at least on the weekly, up to 218. That was that second target of the trade setup, right? 228. It's on the daily. 254. You ever break 254 on the weekly? See you at 311. Incredible, dude. Perfect. All right, we got a breakout going on Litecoin where it could see much higher prices soon, assuming Bitcoin doesn't crash. You always got to say that. It's a disclaimer, man. The best laid plans of mice and men often go awry when Bitcoin goes dumping. All right. So bullish. Jeez. Stupidly bullish. I love it. Should I just end the stream if I'm shadow banned? Not much I can really do besides ending the stream.
Can you look at Tuma? I got in a trade yesterday since it looked pretty good. Wanting to hear your thoughts.
What's up, Draken, man? Thank you, dude. We can look at it. All right, crude. Yeah, moon. Crude moon coming, probably. Yeah, dude. You're double bottoming, major double bottom on the weekly and monthly, and then like on the daily you can clearly see like a left shoulder head, right shoulder. I mean, momentum shifting structure. You're double bottoming off of the 200-day moving average, just like Chevron or Exxon, whichever one it was. I think it was both. That's a big deal. You're confirming that the 200-day moving average is really the bottom. So you've begun to run. You're showing hidden bullish divergence, just like Chevron, Exxon, whichever one was showing it on the RSI daily. Yes. I think crude could go insane. Crude looks like it could be going insane soon. Not even kidding. Yeah, dude. It's like, why would it not go to 348 at this level? Probably going to 348 in time on crude. That's the next major. There's no resistance where you are, really. I mean, there's a little bit of chop right here from 2017. That's it, man. I think above this, once you break that, you're going 348. You ever break 348? Wow. There's that resistance, 383. That's kind of a chop zone. Once you break 383, ever do that, you're going probably, wow, probably up to this peak right there at 514. Lots of consolidation chop there, and then after that would be, my God, like $6. So yeah, crude looks really good. Looks really good right now. And this is it. You're just at one minor resistance. You break 293, boom, 348. You break 348, boom, 383. One bottom, a second bottom, a higher low on the weekly. So it's like your second bottom is a bullish reversal pattern in
What up,
itself.
Nick?
That's super bullish.
Prince, thanks again for all the work you put in for everyone every day. Your thoughts on Nano USD would be appreciated.
We can take a gander. Thank you. We'll look at it, all right, Michael? Cheers. Thanks, 25. Let's go crude. Let's go anything that has to do with energy, including transportation energy, right? Right? So I'm looking here. NAT, next one. Speaking of, right? Transportation of energy. Nordic American tankers. Great, man. Up 3.82% today. Still above the area I think is the most important right now. July 2018. Good. Anytime you're above that, you're extremely bullish, I think. I know there's another peak, but I think this peak right here correlated to this peak that was created first time ever. So all you did the past few days was, well, you broke out of the downsloping resistance that goes up to June of last year. You back tested it 3-4 days, and now you're getting some bids off that breakout. It was once a supply line. It is now a demand line. Sellers are exhausted. Sellers exhausted, and you're above the critical support resistance, the ice line. One bottom, two bottoms, confirmation. Patience, that's all I can tell you. Looking fine. Yeah, earnings coming up. I don't know. This one's saying earnings is on the 12th. It may be wrong. I think it might be a different day, but fine. Like, you're scared of earnings, then wait a couple days and let it happen. Let it dump or pump, and then look at it, reassess it. But yeah, earnings is coming up. Could kill you. Also could pump insanely. Again, man, kind of gonna let it play out on this one. Okay, I just love the technicals. The weekly hidden bullish divergence is so strong too. Look at this, man. You just can't ignore it. It's crazy, dude. Look at the hidden divergence on the RSI here. A low, the higher lows, the lower levels.
Hey
relative
Mitch,
strength.
check out stock JFU. Look ready to go.
What's up, Scott? Thank you for the 10, man. We'll take a gander. I mean, it wasn't just that. It was the XA, B, C, D stuff too. Harmonic, 88% retracement in this previous low. So value areas. You're trying to tell me there's a confirmation low at an 88% retracement in the previous major low. And at the same time on the weekly, there's hidden bullish divergence. And on the daily, there's classic bullish divergence. It's just, maybe it fails. But if it fails, dude, like, the probability is so high that it would go up next, not down, that I can't be upset about it. I'm not going to be mad about it if it failed. Because you say, like, hey, man, all right, we keep playing the numbers game. We keep looking and finding setups like this. We will win out in the end. The probability is on our side. We are the house in blackjack. We are the dealer. We'll win. We keep finding setups like this, and you keep applying the same technical analysis, position sizing, risk management. You're going to win in the end. All right, so I'm not worried about it. It failed, man. Okay. Didn't break me. I didn't go all in on it. Because you never should. Anyway, it's looking fine. Yeah, earnings coming up. You can practice caution until that. We'll see if Nat can survive earnings.
Noise! Can you check out Tilray, please? Thanks.
What's up, Coco? Yep, sure. The weed stock's getting high as F, man.
Is that a joint?
GTE was next. Something's going on. What's happening? Oh, is it
Hi
breaking?
Mitch, this is my first request. Can you check out Dollar here?
Turtle Beach. I love turtles.
Does it look like a cup and handle to you? They has good news on their upcoming earnings.
I thought Logitech acquired them, bought them. Isn't that true or something? Well, the time to be asked about GTE obviously was down here in November. Not now, a little late. Now you broke a critical resistance. I mean, yeah, that's real. The next resistance is 120. You could very well be headed there, like straight down, straight up, straight down. It's the only history you have. So, yeah, could go to 120.
What are 5 coins that haven't moved or moved yet?
Several tied. There aren't many. Most of them have moved. Like all of them. Like, it's just man, if you're late to the game, you just missed like everything. Like you missed almost everything. I hate to say that, but it's true.
Can we take a look at what? Wondering about possible price targets.
So Lizzie, we can add it to the list. Thank you. The ever growing list. Hey, wow. Sorry. We've been going, man.
To your magic on Zacchaeus.
So yeah, indeed. I'm reading right now. Hey, crypto addict. Thank you so much for joining the Patreon. Welcome. First patron to join on the stream today. Thank you so much, man. It's getting, the 10th of the month, so thanks so much. Please be sure to sing the Patreon on the Discord. Let's go, dude. Appreciate it. Okay, Bitcoin's selling off. Still. To where, again, there's no edge. Nothing implying upside quite yet. You just had a remarkable run. News-driven catalyst of Tesla. What is it? 10% of Tesla's holdings, cash reserves will be in Bitcoin. I mean, that's huge, but you got the bump, and now the target hit of the falling wedge. So what do? You wait for more data on Bitcoin. That's all you can do. It could sell off. It could see 42K to back test, or maybe not. Just depends when the pivot really starts happening. It doesn't look like you've begun to pivot to the upside quite yet. So patience. GT 120. You fall below 120, you go to 65 cents. It's done, dude. It's like, this is not the time to really be requesting the asset. It's up 23% today, up 6% after hours. So again, 120 would be next. That's all I can tell you. After that, 138. After 138, okay, like 160. All right, just kind of, it's played out. It's done, man. Like any strategic entry for swing traders, gone, man. It's gone. Okay. It's got the volume. It's a terrible looking chart though. I mean, it's like abysmal, like all-time lows, like oof. Dang, dude, that is brutal. This is a brutal chart because it's just like what has happened no matter what happens. What's always the final outcome on this chart? It always makes a lower high and then a lower low. A lower high, a lower low, a lower high, a lower low. Terrible chart to be wanting to long something. But at the same time, let's come down here and look at it, and we look and we see there's some extreme amounts of bullish divergence going on. I mean, it's stupidly extreme, right? I mean, it goes all the way back to March. It's just been continuing on this whole time, right? Just extend that out. That's definite divergence there on the daily. But again, I mean, when there's just something that's just all it does is lower highs, lower lows. Why you could find an asset that has data in the past, right? That ended up like from the year 1980s, 1970s, 2000, right? You're back at those levels. Those are good. Those that's value, man. But here it's like you don't really even know. Is it valuable? We don't even know because the most recent major event was all-time lows. Extremely bearish trend. You want to find a bullish edge and a long-term bull trend, right? Even if it has reversed down and lost 88% of its value from the previous low, this doesn't have that. So it's normally you want those. It's just bad. Now, yeah, you're rounding. Is there rounding action going here? I don't think anything's safe. It's just bearish bull crap until it breaks above 1165, and then it's not even bullish. Like. Remember, how do you reverse a trend? You have to break above previous highs, right? Back test them as support, and then run again, and then break the next high. So, like, the first thing that you would really want to see happen here on JE is it break back above 1165 and back test it as support. If that happens, then we'll be singing a different tune, maybe at least for a run up, to maybe 2168. But until then, man, it's really tough to like it. All-time lows. Just last month, the worst prices it's ever seen, and it only makes lower highs, lower lows, so it's just gross, right? Alright, Zcash. Down 1.46% today. But this is like a trade, right? This is like brought up on stream for free. Created the targets on stream for free. It's the dragon. This dragon has hit 2 of 3 targets. It's wreaking havoc over Middle Earth, burning down cities, pillaging, making a name for itself. So we got to come up with a name for the Zcash Dragon. What would the Zcash Dragon name be? Because it now, like, you can now name them. Once they hit the second target, they can be name worthy, right? It's like people in the North in Game of Thrones, right? They don't name their newborn until their first year because mortality rates. Remember that? That was in the book or something, or in the show. It was in one of them. Okay, so same thing on the dragon. You can't name the dragon until it hits the second target. And that's it, dude. It is kind of hilarious, though, yeah. Zcash is a dragon, and Shaylin made a... he made a Zcash, Dragon Ball Zcash emoji ball for the jar. 12, 12, 24, 24, 96, 96, and one other variation. I can't remember. What was that? Thanks for the 1,609 people here. I am certainly 100% shadow banned, so no one can even find me in the search recommendations. So y'all the real ones. Y'all the ones that are subbed to the channel. And that's it. I won't be gaining new subs today just because YouTube's algorithm would prevent me from doing that. Looks like Future's sliding some for stocks right now, you know, a little bit. Excuse me, man. Been going. Hour 17 minutes. You're enjoying the live stream. Like button, the bell, sub. Thanks so much, Kings. So what do you want on Zcash, man? What's the deal? What's the problem? What's going on? Yeah, you're on the cusp of something way more major. You ever break 124.42? You're going to 140. That's the problem with this one. It's like, which one? Which peak? I mean, you can't be like, it's not like ICX or OMG where you just know it's going straight up to another resistance. This one's got like all this chop. It's like, okay, you break 139.50 or 140, you'll run up to 147, but you could reverse there. But then if you break that, you could go straight up to 160, but you might reverse there. So it's just not as nice as some of the other ones we've been seeing. Because eventually, yeah, once you get up to... dude, let's go to the weekly on this one so you can see. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, dude, let me show you here. Remember the weekly? Hey, we broke out, man. This thing, down sloping resistance breakout. I mean, it looked good. It had hidden bullish divergence on MACD. Right? If the real breakout point is 140-ish, it seems like to me on the weekly. If you break 140, you're going up real fast, probably to 217. But that's just to look how far away it is from its all-time high. From the high to low, just the golden zone, 314 to 498. If this cycle continues for these altcoins, this one's probably gonna eventually see, I think, 350 Zcash to 350 in maybe a few months. It might take a few months, but this right here, man, that's what we're talking about, right? It's a low point from March 2017. You had 100% retrace, and you're forming like a momentum shifting structure on the weekly at that area. I know a lot of lines here. Just don't worry about it right now. It's 2 different time scales. Just pay attention to like that target, man. If you ever break 125 to 140, that's it, man. That's where, boom, Zcash making headlines, running up to 217, the next resistance. And then after that, 350. So patience required. There's your Zcash. That was a request. So next one was RIG. More energy stuff. No help from history, unfortunately. All-time lows, but double bottoming down there. What a nice rally. Right, this is your lowest level ever, 763 back from 1994. Kind of ugly there. Now, ooh, you were close, man. Almost close to butterfly stuff. Let's look at the fib extensions here. From this previous low to that high point, where are we at? Ah, you fell below the golden mean ratio. Nasty, man. Real nasty. Deep retrace. But look, man, just in hindsight a little bit, seller exhaustion on that second bottom. Very clear on the weekly classic bullish divergence on not just one oscillator but 2 has manifested into a reversal to the upside. Very real, right? but now you're just like, you got lows and highs. You get one peak and valley. This manufactured first time ever, August 2019, June 2020. You're at it. I think if you break it, you very well could see 763 again.
On my way to Churchill, pray for more gains for all the patrons.
Hey, what's up, Daniel? You on your way to church? Yeah, it's Wednesday, man. Pray for the tendies, man.
XLM, you forgot
Pray for
to
your family.
come back to it after the local
Pray for your
aids.
friends, and always pray with gratitude before you ever pray for something for yourself or for anyone else, right? Always be grateful, all right, in your prayers. Anyway, so XLM. Oh yeah, we'll go. So we'll get this out of the rig. Almost, if you break 365, you're probably going to 725, but you haven't yet, and you got to. So monitor it. You got to pay attention to some of these. Some of these are just not at awesome right now entries, like NAT or whatever. A few others, right? TK. This one's kind of like, you got to pay attention. It's all about the if here. The divergence is played out, certainly. I really like the volume signature you're showing at these levels. This much volume, this is record volume, could usher in an entire reversal. So pay attention. You break 378, you got a real good chance of almost doubling up, doubling in value. Yeah. All right, that's your rig, RIG. XLM, yeah. We'll go back to it. We've just gone, man. If we look at this chart this way, let's fib extension here real quick. You're at the 1272. You're just at it right now. 43.94 cents. Next target's 48.5 cents. The golden mean ratio is 55 cents. Bitcoin holds on. You think that XLM could definitely see those targets in time. It just broke its 2018 high. It just did it like last week. Not even kidding. Last week. So why not? If the market conditions remain as they are, why could it not go up there? Okay. Alright, jar's screwed now.
Thank you for everything. I became a patron in January, started my trading with few losses. Since 1st February I managed to get my account from $100 to $5,300. That's a 5,300% increase. Don't know when to close.
You don't want to close? You don't have multiple positions opening and closing throughout the past 40 days? Well, congratulations on your 53% increase in value of your portfolio, but you got to have a plan, man. You got to have a plan, otherwise you'll just sit there while the money is going up, and then eventually it'll go down and you won't sell either, and then that'll be it. Then you'll just be back to $100 again. So you gotta have a plan, man, always. You know that if you're a patron. You gotta have a plan. Look at XLM right now. It's up 5% on the new day. All it did was back test kind of it's that high, man. It was the sell wall of the ascending triangle. All right, someone be like, that's not a real ascending triangle. Get wrecked, dude. But it's the psychology, man. It's like me doing critical thinking of looking where traders settled up in January 7th. You can clearly see 3 different times pretty much that was tested, and you have accumulation with that. So sell wall, higher lows, it is ascending triangle behavior. It is, in ways. Yeah, it's like a channel too, but again, we're talking about targeting. Right, targeting for a breakout, like of that sell wall right there. I mean, where does that take you? 1272 at 46 cents. That's it. Like, that's the puzzle piece right there. So sometimes you got to use critical thinking. I mean, you have to be creative. Like, technical analysis is not just it's art, a form of art in its own way. So nefarious. I gotta refresh the cache after this, dude. It's so broken now, the jar.
Happy belated 3-year anniversary. Watched the stream yesterday but was too buried in work to contribute to last night's stream. I know you've already covered Cardano, but man, she's about to break 95 cents. At this rate, Cardano could break $1 on stream.
Yeah, we looked at it early on stream, so thank you, Faris, and I appreciate it. Thanks for sticking around and being here. Just a great member of the community. Right? I mean, the community is made up of you, every one of you watching right now. So I would say we have extremely high quality community. Like, I just can't. You ask the people on the Patreon. This is like, I didn't even know this could exist, what we have now. What has manifested from just the persistence of me being every day, trying to help people, educate. What has been created in the Patreon is so special. I had no idea when this thing started that something could be so special, okay? And you know that if you're a patron and you participated in investing yourself, and you just partake and participate in that Patreon chat, man, in Discord. It's unbelievable. It's so high quality. Anyway, yeah. So see you eventually at 46 cents and then 53 cents, the golden ratio for XLM. It's doing phenomenal right now. Unreal. Okay, excellent. Good God. All right. Just scrolling through and seeing the requests. It's like, all right, that's the next one.
Smile.
Oh, thank you for the smile, dude. Okay. You're asking about you. Thank you, Leon, for the 10. Really appreciate the smile. So there was a time and place to really care about this. UMA. Oh my God, you know how it started, right? Y'all know how this started. Okay, this all started eventually. Dude, I'm just saying eventually, right? You know, where you was the wick. It's a little too deep, man. That scam wick is probably really a liquid asset. But if you just take out the scam wick, all right? All right, outside the box thinking. Just forget the scam wick. Leave that high. Look at this, man. I mean, it's like a harmonic. It's like it's unconventional. It's all screwed up. You know, you didn't get to a 786 or an 886 because of that. If you did that, I mean, that's a 786 retrace right there. Wow, actually, you know what, man? Unbelievable. That is, I thought it was just going to be invalid. This is actually pretty much a Garley. A 64%, 65% retrace, a 786. All right, yeah, and look how it sold off afterwards, right? Ugh, it's awful. But that was kind of the beginning of all of it, right? I mean, you probably had a better one, right, in the end. Let's look at this, like a cipher. Yeah, look at this. Cipher, a shark, just... Yeah. You kidding me, dude? Oh my God. Right, in the end, chat, this is how it all started for UMA. Dude, what am I supposed to do now on this asset, right? I mean, come on. We have to go back in time and look at, we're doing a biopsy. We're doing a chart biopsy. Because this is really the education. This is like the value, like everyone's going to get out of this. Doing this stuff up here is like, yeah, man, it could go up or down. Hidden bullish divergence, sure, it just moons again. It could happen. It's done it on like a few others, yeah. But this is what you're always looking for. We're always looking for big drawdowns and then the harmonic. And let me guess, dude. Now, this is a 4 hour, so you know you're probably not going to have anything. Hold on.
Hey, Mitch. Thanks for everything.
This was the PCZ right there, the harmonic.
It looks to me that Bitcoin will try to test the 42,000 label support. Any thoughts on this? Also, can you look at $TRX?
I think at this time it's currently a coin flip. There might have been so much demand, so many buyers that came in that have not sold their position that we may not get down to 42K again before pivoting and rallying. Like it was such a huge news-driven catalyst that it's almost like a breakaway where you can't backtest. And now, of course, it could always happen, but there's nothing on the like right now saying impending price action reversal to the downside, impending price action continuation to the upside. When you don't have an edge, you get a coin out, you flip it. Those are the times where we don't do anything. We don't trade, we don't go long, we don't go short, we don't do anything until the new data presents itself, and then we would say, all right, might be time to take a long on Bitcoin right now. But I don't like taking longs on Bitcoin when there's a 50% chance of it going one way or another. Next, right? You got to have an edge because you're playing the numbers game. Anyway, unfortunately, it doesn't look like on the daily at that PCZ of the structure there was an edge really. So it doesn't, not always, but again, you're looking. This is how reversals occur all the time, man, all the time. Look where it took you eventually, and now up here, yeah, we do this. Like, what do you do? Yeah, hidden bullish divergence on 4 hour. Yes, yes. On MACD. So Renee, there's 1337. I gotta refresh this. Hold on. It's so broken. Okay, refreshing. Sorry, I have to do it. Hey, 2 seconds. All right, hey Stuart, thank you so much for joining the Patreon. Boom. You joined about 20-30 minutes ago, but I've been focused, right? I mean, I haven't looked at chat today. I haven't had time. It's just, that's what happens. Like, I'll go live and the requests come in and we got to go. So I'm sorry. It's just the way the market conditions are right now. Lots of demand and all that. A lot of people. So thank you, Stuart. Atlas, thank you for joining the Patreon just like now, a couple minutes ago. Thank you, dude.
Hey Mitch, how does looping LRC /
Please be sure to see the Patreon on the Discord.
Thanks.
Fantastic. Thank y'all. I really, really appreciate it. That is the best way to support this community, is by joining the Patreon. Yeah, like you just say, all right, there's a low, there's obviously a higher low, much higher levels of negative momentum. You're losing all that negative momentum, getting closer and closer to positive. Yeah, you could go positive and then prices could go up, but I mean, it kind of reminds me of BQX we kind of looked at last night. Not really seeing, at least on BQX, there was like that discernible peak that gave you the valleys. This one does it just sideways. So yeah, it could get ready to rally the upside, man. It could happen, yeah. It's really tough to, is that a supply line that you broke? Well, you're just going sideways, man. You are in outer space. There's nothing here. So all you can do is just like, that's, right, kind of like you're at maybe a newly manufactured support. You're holding on. Anything below $27, you're freaking out. You're out fast, right? You're done. But if it holds above $28, $25, $27 long enough, this could actually play out to where eventually it does this. And just what? I mean, high to low, common retrace, right? Just the midpoints, 35, 75. You just eyeball it. Do you really have to fib it? Like, yeah, $35, and then like I think a target for this, if it rallied, which I don't know, it's not that strong. It's just because it's already played out. Remember, stronger down here, right? Composite operator, the smart money, where we would want to enter. Up here is like, a little bit more of a gamble, a lot more of a gamble. But the target will be 38.29. Like the major target for if it reversed here is 38.29, excuse me. So that's okay. That's kind of the thought process on this one. There's much better ones out there, but not meaning it doesn't mean it can't run up. Okay. All right. Next one. Nano, the US dollar, Tether, whatever. Accumulation, right? Had a huge markup and then showed after the markup, almost came to back test the old resistance, right? The old major resistance. There was so much demand, it never tested it. And since then, it's been almost harmonic stuff going on, but then just consecutive higher lows. Sell wall, 392. Well, there was one, right? Was one at 392. Was that it? I thought there was more data on this one. Maybe this is a screwed up one. Anyway, so that was a sell wall. I go, look at that. 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. Up thrusted 4 times, 5 times. Like that was just correlating to this little sell wall here. And this is what the price action you'd get if you ever did break. And look what happened. Again, once we really truly did break, you just had nice price action.
The 4-hour ascending triangle
high to low, you had an 88% retrace before pulling back.
Resistance of the all-time high while showing hidden bullish divergence on both the MACD and RSI.
So Jimmy, thanks for the 1272. We can add to the list. Thank you, dude. So really the big thing on Nano is it's trying to back test. It never really got there. Not really, no edge right now. Nothing's implying continuation of the upside yet. Not yet. And if you ever break 519, your target's $6 and then $7, right? You're in no man's land right now anyway, I think. So, yep. Accumulation sell wall. You broke the sell wall. I think anything above 392 is bullish on this asset. Anything above 392 is bullish on Nano. Below it, even at 350, it's still kind of holding that demand line. So this is kind of fine. Nano's in decent shape. It's in an uptrend and it's making higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows consecutively. So, and that keeps happening long enough. Eventually, something pops and it pulls a crypto and goes to stupid prices. You just keep doing that, right? Man, I'm getting hungry. Well, this thing's up 32% today, so kind of tough to, man, and Got the volume. This is JFU. No, JFU, dude. Just kidding. Literally kidding. Like, wow. Really? Yeah, broke a major. I mean, I guess as major as it can get, really. But accumulation, kind of a sell wall there at 210. You broke it. Look what you did today. You tested that 200-day moving average for the first time since June of last year, June 22nd. So yeah, accumulation going on. Should adjust there. It's just kind of like that, you know, like kind of maybe a ascending triangle behavior, though it's not really like a too valid of one. Same psychology. So there's no, I mean, like if it really does hold above this, which I have no idea if it would, if it can hold above it, I mean, you could take you to 538. This could over double in value if you really do break this congestion area, just based on support resistance. But it's really tough to be like, great time to enter an asset that's up 32% on the day. It's normally not, right? It normally has like a 10% down day the next day. But you do have confirmed the highest level where traders have set it up since July 23rd of last year. So really significant development that has occurred today on where we closed. Certainly closed above 210. It would always be safest to back test 210 as support, see if it's real, because you could always just fall back through it and come on down to 130 again. But this actually looks like it's confirmed to break out, at least with a candle close. That's it. Hey, Joe F, thanks so much for joining the Patreon just now. My man. Sync with the Patreon and Discord. You got to do that, all right? Thank you. Very cool. And also, just now, Sam R, thank you for joining the Patreon. Let's go to Ivan Chat. We'll do Lyra Jenkins. Okay.
Is that a join?
Steven, I'll add it to the list. Thank you, man. Okay, so major breakout pretty much on JFU today, but it's up 32%. And it could go much higher because look at the history. That's it, straight down. There's no straight up, straight down. It's just that, the lowest levels ever. So, yep, could have an insane run up. Look at it did before, I guess, like when it started consolidating, it ran up to test the previous high before it dumped to lower prices. All right, so could be good, man. Could be insane. Tilray, gone insane, right? It's up 51% today, up 3.58% after hours. That blue line you can barely see right there, that's where it's at. So it all started with a bullish cipher that we identified. We could just go back to between, I don't know, whatever, man, like September to October, and we just look for my analysis of TLRY, and it was there. I mean, it was posted. Patrons were pinged at everyone. There's a bullish cipher here, just saying. Cron, bullish Gartley, CRLBF, inverse head and shoulders. The weed industry was showing a signal of reversal. Momentum was shifting, not just on this asset, but many others. I believe even VFF was showing stuff. That was a meme, though. That thing was showing a reversal for like 6 months. It was stupid. But everything else, man, looked pretty freaking good. Okay. So I mean, like, you want to request this asset, but it's just like it's gone. So all I can do is revert back to where the smart money would acquire their position. Now the dumb money is buying. Really stupid money would be buying up here. Okay, I'm just saying. I'm sorry. It is considered stupid money. I don't care if you call yourself smart. I don't care how high your IQ is. When you buy an asset that is appreciated in value in 135 days, $1,357, but really, in actuality, that was the real smart money. The other money, the semi-smart money, came in 19 days ago, right? Like we were talking about, or at least, look at this, man. What is it? Right there. Appreciated value, 17% in 19 days. That, you understand how insane that is, right? To ever be buying there, that is dangerous. You could get killed. You could have a 30% down day. Lose 30% of your position real fast buying into this crap, all right? You think, like, I guess the next target, just really looking at it, kind of just a high point at 82.43. After that, $9,900. Okay. You're just kind of at this valley right here. Just a valley, 64.19, that low point from December 2018. So great reversal. Or just another one where it's really like, what can you even do at this point, right? It's just not beneficial really to us. What is this asset?
I like turtles.
Turtles. I like turtle beaches. Jet. Yep, you had a really nice run. It's been going on since the COVID crash. Very little consolidation. I mean, it looks like you had a was like a right-angled ascending broadening formation that actually broke to the upside, crazy enough. And now it's hit a multi-year high today. Hit the highest level since July 2018. Actually, the highest level really since July of 2014. And we just had a really big pullback. Why? Because that is where market participants certainly know where they would be taking profit, right? Some people will be scalping, some people will be opening short positions there. Like, there's just a lot of stuff going on at areas this critical. Because if you ever broke that resistance based on history, this asset would run straight up to 46.27. So why would market participants allow this to break that right after in 11 months? In 11 months, the asset appreciated in value 700. Well, at the high point today, 742% in value. I mean, pullbacks have to happen eventually, and normally pullbacks happen at these levels when it goes like this. So, hey, maybe we pull back for a little bit, hold on. There was an edge, time to be asking about turtles. Turtle Beach was back on the daily, the date of January 7th through 15th, where there was certain hidden bullish divergence and pending price action continuation to the upside was right here. It's very similar. It's like right around, I think, the same time Activision Blizzard was showing its own hidden bullish divergence on the daily. So that played out. TA was definitely respected to a point to where it hits a resistance. Now, nothing you can do. Like, now what? What is there to do on the asset? There's no data implying anything besides it hit a resistance and failed. If it ever breaks through 34.52, all I can tell you is it could have a stupid run to 46.27 in a very short period of time. That's it, because of history, right? Straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down. That's it. Okay. Next request. Been live an hour and 45 minutes. Been only doing requests pretty much this whole stream. If you're enjoying the live stream, like button, bell, sub. Thanks so much. Imagine saying I don't provide education on this stream. That's just slander. Don't be a liar, dude. Okay, this one's pretty cool. Very critical areas. Someone cue up the song. Critical areas. You're at the major ice line, man. You're there. You're at it.
Is stake still a stinker? Missed my exit. Price target.
Stinker. Here goes Bitcoin. 44,290. Some longs getting liquidated. Lows of the day. What do you mean stinker? What does that mean? What is stake a stinker? Stake is to Jesus. Harmonic, right? I mean, it's still got targets to hit, like one more target to hit, but 2 of the 3 targets have been hit. So, I mean, profit should have been taken already. One would have already done it if they studied the plan. So we got futures, stock futures dumping at the same time as Bitcoin futures dropping. So, interesting. So if WATT ever breaks 440, based on history, most likely going to 691. Right, that could be a huge appreciation value if that happens. It hasn't quite happened yet, so you have to monitor it. It's up against a resistance, and if it breaks it, yeah, you could be in really good shape for much higher prices. That's it on Watt. Gap fill at 812 could also be a target after 691, but that's the target. If you break 440, you know where you're taking profit at 691, some profit, right? That previous high. That's it. Nice higher lows. Imagine sewing up one more time, making a third consecutive higher low. Oh my God, I'd lose my mind in a positive way. But you're on the cusp. You're poised for possibly another nice markup in price on WAT. Love the 200-day moving average is now up sloping, barely, but it is. Momentum's kind of shifting here a little bit, isn't it? We got a golden cross that happened probably already, but ooh, it was like golden cross into death cross, and you're now about to golden cross again. Whoa. All right, I like that. The fake out cross into the golden cross. All right. WATT. Bitcoin futures continuing to drop, lowest levels of the day, 44,450, and falling. And continuing to drop, $44,000 on Bitcoin. Hey, man, no edge. You could go any way. You could go any other way, dude. It's a coin flip, so that's why you don't take trades when there's no edge, because you're just gambling at that point. This is a pretty interesting asset. I think we'd looked at it maybe before. ZAP to the US dollar tether. Really illiquid. It's up 28% on the new day that's only been around 49 minutes. Thought we had looked at this already. You know, it's like you've got downsloping consolidation here. What I love about this asset, anything above 4.8 cents seems really bullish to me. And it already played out though, unfortunately, to where it ran up to the next resistance points. I mean, you could have like harmonic stuff. Let me just, I'm messing around here on this really illiquid S coin. See, it's a little too deep, man, like 67%. But a 786, like perfect, man. I mean, it's pretty nice. Now, did you have an edge there? You kind of had an edge on the MACD, but what if we got another sell-off and we get back down to 6.9 cents and you got a double bottom there? That would be like amazing. That could be some sort of awesome confirmation, you know. Or if it's a 67% retrace, maybe eventually it finds its way to the 886. The 886 is closer to that Iceland. That would be the lowest risk, highest reward opportunity area you could get on ZAP, probably, right? I don't think it wants to go back down to 4.8 cents again because it's already tested it. Now you just want to see a slightly lower low. Man, that would be amazing if ZAP got to 5.9 cents again. I know it's at 12 cents right now, and maybe it's already playing out, you know, and you missed it. But if it could get one more time, man, we could be in real good shape. I'm just thinking out loud on this, right? Tron, next. Yeah, you double bottomed off that 200-day moving average. You back tested springs, right? What was once resistance in February 2020, look, became support. Aha. Yeah, Litecoin, BNB, same stuff, man. Same type of stuff. So since then, you mooned. I mean, 20% update yesterday, 2 days ago, whatever. And now you're just like, you got this local high, you know. But other than that, man, like eventually you're thinking like 5.6 cents. Probably just pulling back as a Bitcoin. But Tron, man, the composite man was making it pretty clear in the end, as we discussed long before this 30% move up, right? 30% in like a few days. But this was talked about on stream live for free, and it looked really bullish. Okay, so now this is what happens, Larry. Okay. I don't really like levered ETFs for TA. I mean, you just want to look at Gush. I don't know. It has decay on it, so it just all it does is lose value. So it's really tough to analyze this, man. I don't know. Hey, if Gush ever broke 67.54, you know where it could go. It could go insane. But again, it's like you want to look at the underlying asset, right? Which is what we already looked at which is like WTI pretty much, right? I mean, energy, oil.
Could you look at full/USDT on Huobi? Thanks man kings. 1.20000000, etc.
Thanks trust fund manager over the 1280. Wow, Ethereum exotic crypto contribution. Thanks dude. Yeah, added to the list. Next one was Loopring. I mean, it played out. It was amazing, dude. It was so good. It was inverse head and shoulders that never was, but then it became an ascending triangle. And look, it even broke out, back tested, was once resistance and support, and then after confirming, it ran to test the 100% measure move, and now Loopring is breaking all-time highs and pretty much like holding above the all-time high and trying to rally here. If you're going for another target beyond the 100% measure move, I think you already hit the 1272. Yeah, I mean, you hit the 1414. If it was going to keep going, your next target would be 86 cents, the golden mean ratio at this point, okay? That's it, Loopring, 86 cents, and if it ever broke 86 cents, $1, after $1, 123, the 2618 fib extension, all right? That's it. So your next target's on Loopring, if it's going to continue its ascent, 86 cents and $1, okay? That's it. That's it. One target's already been hit, right? Beautiful tier respected, but it's crypto and it can just keep going, man. If Bitcoin doesn't crash, man, these alts could just keep going nuts. Yeah, dude, sushi's effing insane. I don't know. There's a nuanced way of looking at it, like parabola line, just screwing around because there's just not much you can really do. Now look at that wick high. Look how you tested as resistance. You sold off. Then you showed hidden bullish divergence. And then you rallied. You attempted your rally. But now you're making a lower high. And you're pretty much the up thrust right here, February 5th. You're now confirming that what was once resistance is resistance again, making a lower high. So I don't know about it. I wouldn't call it an ascending triangle quite yet. At least, yeah, not on the 4 hour. No. Not yet. 1598 would be the sell wall. But is it really accumulation? Are we really making discernible higher lows? It's like the same wave that, you know, you got to see like actual higher low in a rally. So if it ever breaks 1598, you have a target. What do you think it is? It's $20 psychological, but it's also coincidentally the 1272 major fib extension. So that's your target if sushi ever broke 20 bucks. It is in a parabolic run. I mean, that is undeniable. I don't care if it looks ugly here, if it's not right or whatever. This is parabolic, man. If this isn't parabolic, what the heck is, man, right? Like, what is? It's like, I don't even know. Like, it's like so far away from its trend line, man. It's more like that, you know? And you just started legging up even more than the curve line tool. It's stupid. It's like crazy amount of demand on this asset that I can't even use the curve line tool properly. It's out of here. All right. Next one. Well, I mean, you requested AVAX, and unfortunately, it's kind of like, what can I do? You know? What can I do here, man? No bearish divergence, crazy enough. It's all bullish convergence, but it's gone. At $50, psychological, 60, 70, 75, 80, 100. Nothing I can do here, man. The time to be asking about AVAX or whatever was down here in December, late December, I guess. Sometime at some point before it, or it maybe been here, like a nice bull pull bull flag, measure move hit, right? So at least you had that hidden bullish divergence on the bull flag. So there was definitely times where maybe one could have taken advantage of it. Now at this point, be careful. FOMO levels, insanity.
Can we take a look at Reef? Kinda looks like Rose earlier on in the cycle.
Thank you. Crypto mine. Oh, we can look at it. All right, let's look at polls. It's the next one that met the minimum criteria required for requests. I mean, it looked good at one point. It had the hidden bullish divergence on the MACD. It broke $2 psychological resistance, which was discussed last time we looked at it. And now, you know, $2.50, $3. I mean, these things are going nuts. Where like traditional technical analysis now is like, what's it's just psychological support resistances, right? And we had the next one here. I'll do it for you if you want, right? $3. But certainly no value at all. Maybe even showing bearish divergence on the RSI. So definitely no value here. If it breaks 250, it could go to $3. But if it doesn't hold 250 long enough, eventually it's coming down to $2. Test that again. But I remember we looked at this long before this move up. I think you keep asking about it. Well, maybe not Trust Fund Manager. Someone else keeps asking about. Oh yeah, the parabolic run. Ah, beautiful. Look at that. I mean, this one's gorgeous. Sushi's screwed. It's skewed because it's so nuts. But this one's pretty nice. Right? You're still just respecting it really well. I mean, it could come down to 182 and hit that curved demand line and just keep going. But yeah, you got really nasty bearish divergence on the daily RSI and the 4-hour MACD histogram now, and RSI. So yeah, impending price action, reversal to the downside maybe, but it's a parabolic trend. So if you want to place your bet trying to go short on a parabolic trend, good luck, dude. It's just going nuts, man. And $3 is the next target. $2 or $3, depending on what it can do at 250. That's it. POLS. Oh my god, I think I'm getting through. Holy crap. Finally caught up, man. It only took me 2 hours. Wow. Yep, yeah, this one brief looked good, man. Yep, accumulation. Alright, accumulation. There's that high point. Well, it already broke that. That was the breakout point, I think, for Reef when we looked at it, 2.7 cents, and now you're above it, well above it. You just bullishly engulfed about 9 hours ago, and you know, eventually that hidden divergence really actually stayed hidden bullish divergence, as long as it made a higher low than the previous low at 1.6 cents. Yeah, dude, this looks like it, because it's just like what's happening, man. This could be a channel too, but eventually, man, 4 cents, 5 cents, and then like 10 cents probably after 5 cents. Why won't not? Oh, I'll do this. 0.1. There we go. 10 cents. After 5, 10 cents. There's nothing there. It's just one of the newer ones that could moon like all the rest. And that pumps to 10 cents and then it dumps. So, yeah. It looks fine, looks good, looks like it's rolling, man. 1 valley, 2 valley, even maybe 3 valleys could be argued here. So the 3rd valley, you better look out, man. This could just be one that goes insane because this market is whack. Okay, so this reminds me of one we looked at on this stream. My God. But it's like a little bit in the future from that one we saw. Which one was it? It was an energy company. Maybe it was Watt. I can't remember, dude. I've looked at so many today. JFU or something. Anyway, remember, like, we looked at an asset that had like that double bottom of the higher low and was just butting up against the resistance. This is what will happen on the asset if it can break that. It broke this, man. Like, the time to be asking about Venom was, my God, man, January 21st, right? Why? Because look, the ice line created, manufactured first time ever, right here, November of 2014, right? Look how you broke it and then you back tested it as support, and now you're going bullish convergence. It was so strong you couldn't even show hidden bullish divergence. So this eventually, man, where you are now, it's looking like 20 bucks almost. I mean, that's that high. Look at major highs, right there, price action correlation, $20. And then after $20, it's like $21.79. It's like a zone. Yeah, that's probably where it's headed. Venom. That's what we're looking for. Springs, back test of springs. Very important. All right. So we did it, man. What a stream. I mean, if you weren't satisfied with, my stream, I'm sorry, but I just did a request almost 2 hours straight, nonstop. I didn't even get to look at chat once today, not once. So I really appreciate everyone coming out. It's on kind of a slower crypto day, at least for Bitcoin, not so much for some of these altcoins. So again, with Bitcoin, there's nothing you can, like when you hit a measured move of a structure, TA is respected, and then sometimes you pull back, and then you gotta wait for a new edge to develop before you can feel confident making a trade setup or calling where Bitcoin might be going next. Because unless there's an edge, it's always a coin flip. And nothing's certain, right? Even when we gain an edge, we just gain a weighted coin. And that's what we want because we play the numbers game, position sizing, risk management, all right? So maybe you come down to 42K to back test, but maybe at the same time, that news-driven catalyst, too many people, too many buyers got in, and they're not willing to part ways with their shares or their coins in this situation. So you don't get down there again, all right? That's it. RSI, bearish divergence, could become an argument if you don't start catching bids at some point. Right? One high, a higher high with lower levels of relative strength for now. But the good news is at least the MACD isn't showing I mean, it kind of is. It's technically bullish convergence, almost like Class C bearish divergence where you double top on the histogram on a higher high. Thank you, Andrew P. Much love, man. Thanks everyone for the contributions, the likes, the support, all the new patrons. I think I've missed some. Back-to-back Sams joined the Patreon a few minutes ago. So thank you to both Sams. I think I thanked one Sam, but not Sam M. Thank you. Thank both of y'all. Please be sure to see on the Patreon, the Discord if you haven't. Trade setups, education, and pretty much, I would say, almost hands down, the best community that exists in crypto right now. Like, it's the highest quality, with a bunch of just like successful adults that care about trading and educating and helping other people. That's what the Patreon Discord chat is. If you don't believe it, go find out, because that's why you think there are, for real, 1,237 plus patrons now. Numbers don't lie. Okay, so I'll be back. Thanks again for everything. Friggin' love y'all. Best community out there. Till next time, respect the T. Hey.
robot vagina.
Bow to your sensei. Bow to your sensei!
And then, just like that,
Adios, turd nuggets.